hey, Erin, or give me yarn 418. And I'm in the same clothes as yesterday because technically this still is yesterday. So when you see this, it'll be 2017, and I thought that I would come and share with you some of my plans and goals for 2017, as I do every year. This year, 2017, I have 3 goals, and they are achievable, except for one. We talked about this yesterday. So let's jump right into the goals, and then we'll talk about the plans. Goal number 1, knit 12 pairs of socks. Probably going to happen. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But 12 pair of socks. I haven't fell short of that yet in the years I've been doing goals. Is this the 4th year I've done goals, or 5th? Been on YouTube for 5 years. I think this is the 4th year. Number 2. Here's the delusional Erin coming back into the picture. Where is it? Let me show you. Do you guys remember this? This blanket? Well, it's actually been getting a lot of love lately because it's nice and mindless. I have decided, well, I did some calculations. In a year, I knit so many squares. And I just did some math and figured out how many squares I was going to need. And I don't remember what that number is. And then I determined that if I knit at the exact same rate that I did the first year, which I have 8 rows done, it would take me 6 more years just to knit the squares, and then I was going to give myself another year to knit the I-cord on it. That's crazy. So, goal number 2 is to add 1 square a day to the Scrappy Happy blanket. I really love this blanket. I really, really do. And I've been pretty good about weaving in the ends once the row is filled in. So 1 square a day. Now I printed out a calendar just to check off the days, and say I knit 1 on the 1st and I don't knit any on the 2nd, and then I knit 2 on the 3rd, I'm still going to check off. My goal is to have 365 squares at the end of the year. In theory, 1 a day. So that is goal number 2. I have yet to accomplish a year-long goal I set for myself. Like something that you do something every day. So maybe this will be the year. Maybe this will be the year. And that's in here. And I have minis in there, and I have minis over there. I have minis everywhere. And goal number 3 is a 2-part. The first is A, stash, stash, stash. I want to knit from my stash. I have so much flipping yarn. So much. Sorry, I don't mean to yell at you. I'm more yelling at myself. Too much. It's ridiculous how much yarn I have. So knit from stash and keep my Ravelry updated. Part 2 of that is that I'm going to knit from my stash, knit what makes me happy. Pretty easy. If I want to knit all socks, I'm going to knit all socks and no squares. If that's what I want to do, that's what I'm going to do. But I do generally do that anyway. So those are my goals. Pretty simple this year. Maybe 2017. I almost said 2013. Maybe 2017 will also be the year that I actually accomplish my goals. Who knows? All of them. But I do want to say that my goals, they're just goals. They're words written on a paper, and if I am able to accomplish them, great. And if I'm not, great. Goals to me are something I aspire to, but there's bumps and hiccups and everything along the way. Took me a long time to realize I am not perfect, and I have to be okay with not being perfect. So I'm not perfect. I'll do what I can. So, and what are my plans for the year? I have 2 plans for the year that I wanted to share with you. One is already on my Ravelry board, and it is a Cal. I think that's what everybody's calling them now. A KALCAL. And it's called the year 2017, the year of the blanket. And there's a hashtag year of the blanket. And it is just all of us coming together to knit blankets. whether we knit part of them, all of them, some of them, doesn't matter. Scrappy, not scrappy, just knit and crochet blankets, because some of mine is going to be crochet. So I do have a few plans. The first is the Scrappy Happy. Hopefully we'll get some progress on that. The next is yesterday I took everything that's left over from my cakes of sock yarn after I knit a square, and I made some magic cakes, and I'm gonna make a crochet blanket of some sort. I think it's gonna be a crochet ripple, not a crochet, granny ripple afghan. But I suspect I won't have enough yarn to get through that this year, but that's okay. And another one with one of these lovely cakes that Z sent to me. This is in cherry chip. I started the wavy checkerboard. It's a baby blanket, and I have lots and lots of baby yarn, so I want to knit some more baby blankets, or probably crochet some baby blankets with this. But this is a blanket that Ross uses a lot for washcloths, and he knit a blanket, and it's really fun. So I cast that on for 2017. Yeah. So that's the first plan for the year. And the second plan for the year is I got in touch with Dana Farber Boston Children's Hospital, and specifically the Jimmy Fund Clinic within it, because after we got the news of Seth, after I was shocked and devastated, I recovered, and I said, what can I do? I don't have a lot of money. My foot's asleep. I don't have a lot of money, but I do have a lot of yarn, as I just said, and what can I do? So I contacted them, and after everybody there is super nice, just going to say that. They've been really good to my sister so far, and when I called and didn't really, I was like falling all over my words. It was kind of like a video all over the place. I spoke to someone and I said, I'm a knitter, what can I do? And they said, what? And I said, I'm a knitter and I want to help. What can I do? What do you need? So they were very excited. I spoke to a lovely lady named Jennifer, and she said they could use toys, hats, blankets, and socks. And the only other stipulation they made was that it needed to be washable, so I wouldn't send a rustic wool to a child anyway, and if at all possible to put them in individual plastic bags. So if you are interested, I will be doing a collection throughout the year for the Jimmy Fund Clinic at the Dana-Farber Boston Children's Hospital, which is the hospital that my nephew Seth is at. There are going to be some fundraisers, I believe, also in the future for him, and I will also be knitting and crocheting some things for that, but nothing has been set up to date. So yeah, so if you are interested in contributing, words escape me, get in touch with me and I'll give you my address. I'm going to bring down boxes several times throughout the year. So those are my goals and plans for 2017. Please share with me down below what your goals are for the year, because 2017 is going to be a good year. It just has to be. So I hope you're all doing well, and until next time, I'll talk to you